Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Shruti and you're watching Simply Shruti. If you're someone who is trying to save a lot of money this year, then this video is perfect for you. If you want to go to a place, if you want to buy your favorite clothes, your favorite products, you need money, guys. All that matters is the way you save your money. So keep on watching till the end of the video because I'm gonna tell you the most important 10 different ways to save money in 2020. Also watch till the end of the video because I'm gonna tell the most productive method to save money. It has personally helped me in saving a lot of money. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing to my channel and also hit that notification icon right below so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Having said that, let's move on to the video. The first method is mini savings. When I say mini savings, it means not 10 rupees, not 5 rupees, even 1 rupee. It doesn't matter how many chillers you have, loose change you have. Everything and anything is money, and even 1 rupee can contribute a lot. So don't underestimate any amount. So mini savings basically is to buy a piggy bank right now. If you don't have the practice of saving money in a piggy bank, then invest in a piggy bank right now because it helps you a lot in saving money. Also, one of the tip is to buy a piggy bank that has a lock, because in that case you can just lock and the tendency to take money from that actually reduces. I have practiced this personally, so you can try this too. Have a practice of saving whatever money is left with you every single day, and you will find that at the end of the month there is actually a lot of money that you have accumulated. Coming to the second topic, it is small savings. Now mini savings is different from small savings. Mini savings is that which you can basically do at your home yourself, but when it comes to small savings, you can actually change your mini savings into small savings. That is by opening an account in post office. So when it comes to post office, you can start an account and like save even very small penny as your savings, and it is really easy to withdraw money also because you can just fill up a form and they'll give you back all the money. The procedures are really less compared to the bank. I would prefer that starting with the mini savings, saving it till the end of the month and going and depositing the whole lot of money as a small savings in a post office. In that case, no extra money is left at your home and you are not able to take money from that. So give it a shot and tell me how it works. The third tip is to have a budget. Now this sounds too basic and a no-brainer actually, but this helps a lot and a lot of people fail to do this actually. That is why I'm suggesting this tip. Having a budget is really important so that you don't cross your line. As soon as you get your salary or as soon as you get your pocket money, chart out your expenses like I have to spend this much for this. You can save the extra money as savings and don't touch from that. Try to stick to your budget and don't go overboard. In that case, you will not be able to save your money, and if there is no pain, there is no gain. So the next method is a kind of trick that actually a lot of people including me uses. So if you're not doing that already, go do it. Utilize your time for this method. It is the obvious to shop during sale. So look for offers, look for deals like end of year sale. Like there are a lot of sales that are going on online and offline. So you can obviously visit the shops during the sale and shop a lot more. Also coming to tip number 2, that is also related to shopping. That is comparing your prices online before you go shop any of your product. Let us suppose that if you want to buy a camera, if you want to invest in a good camera, then before you go and invest all your money on buying a camera, just compare your prices at home online. If there are offers online, then you can shop at a much cheaper rate than going to a shop and investing a lot of money. So just do that. Just do a bit of research before you buy any of your product, and this helps in saving a lot of money actually. So our sixth point is to have a list before you go to shopping. Whenever you go for a shopping, just write down whatever you want to buy. Like you would have seen our mothers doing that. Like whatever groceries she wants to buy, she'll just write it down. It reminds you of the budget. It also reminds you to like stick to the list and not buy like extra items. Consider that if you're not having a list and you're just randomly visiting a shop and you are taking random things, what happens is you end up giving a lot of money than what is actually needed. So try to note down a list and try to stick to it instead of paying extra money for unnecessary things. The next important topic that a lot of people fail to do is food. Like if you're a working person, if you're a school going child, if you are a college going student, try to take food that is packed from home. Try to carry a water bottle, because a lot of people, I have seen a lot of people personally who come to college, they don't bring their lunch and they just go out and spend a lot of money. It is really unhealthy, and also at the same time you are like spending a lot of money. If you just save up all those money and see at the end of the month, it's a lot actually. I've done that before, so that is why I'm saying. So try to get food that is packed from home. Also water bottle, fill that water bottle and take to your college. You can always refill it rather than giving money and buying a water bottle. The next topic, which is our 8th topic, is also related to food. That is, in case if you're visiting a hotel, before you pay the bill, rather than giving cash, try using apps like Paytm, Phone Pay or Google Pay or etc. There are plenty of apps in Play Store, because they like give you a coupon code. They have more offers online, a lot of offers for hotels, for movie tickets. There are so many coupon codes and a lot of stuff. So just make sure that you go through all these offers and pay less money. The next tip is related to transport. Try public transport like train, buses. Even share autos are fine. If you're in Chennai, share autos are super best, super cheap. They are the saviors. You can just get a share auto from any point to any point. It is just super affordable. So I don't know about other states if you have, but when it comes to Tamil Nadu, you have share autos, plenty of share autos. At least in Chennai you have that, and that is super affordable. So try using public transport like local trains, share autos, buses, etc. They are super cheap. So coming to the end of the video, this is the most awaited tip, the 10th tip. I hope you guys are watching till the end of the video. Those who left, by those who are staying, hi, welcome to the 10th tip. That is to plan. Plan in the sense, I've already said to chart your expenses. Not like that. This is a bit different. It is to take a page or a planner, take a planner and divide the page into 2 sections. One is need and one is want. Need is the things that you have to buy for sure. On the want side, you are going to write those items that you really want, but you can like make it even without it. For example, I already have a camera, I'm shooting with it, but I also want to buy a GoPro. So in that case, I really don't need GoPro, but I want to buy a GoPro. It would be nicer to have a GoPro with me. So I just really want to own one. So in that case, I'll put that in a want list, because I can run my life even without that. So you just have to do this and try to stick to your needs by saving up for your wants. I'm not saying that don't buy wants. What is life without, beautiful moments? You have to get whatever you wanted. You will buy want, but you have to stick to your needs. Stick to your needs and save up your money for wants. It will take time to buy all those wants, but you can eventually end up buying all of them by sticking to your needs. So make sure that you do that. So if you guys know, I've been using planner for last few days, and you won't believe that my days are really organized. So you can also get one actually. Use this planner to chart out your needs and wants, and as I said, chart whatever you need and whatever you want. Stick to your needs to buy your wants, obviously. So having said that, this is the end of our video. We're coming to the end of our video, and before I leave, I just want to tell you that as I mentioned about needs and wants, you can do all of this planning in a cute little planner of your own. So if you want to know how to make your own planner, you can just visit my previous video, because I've shown you a DIY planner for 2020. You won't like believe me, but I'm using planner for the first time and it has really changed, yaar. It like the past few days it has been really organized. At first I never used to like believe in planners, but it is doing its magic. I'm so much organized. I wish I was this organized for the previous years. So if you want to be like, if you want to like really organize, plan your life, not only your life, in expenses, everything, you can do all these method in your planner. So just try to get one by watching this video. Make sure that you watch this video. And yeah, having said that, that's the end of our video. I really hope you guys like this video. If yes, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. We are just almost few numbers away from reaching 500, and I promise you after reaching 500 I'm gonna give a giveaway. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel for entering that giveaway, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.